to the Marvin Show. I'm here with my host, my co-host Joseph. We're getting ready for an amazing show tonight. We have a very, very special guest. When I say we've been friends for ever, middle school, high school, you know, you name it, we've been there. We've done it.
Whoa. That's all you gonna do is just, hey, I'm gonna hear my co-host.
I
got a championship belt.
My co-host Joseph, he's here. He's with us. He has the championship belt.
Yes, and my wife says I look like a jackass with it, so I'm gonna take it down.
You don't have to take the belt down. You know, the thing about Alabama football, we're used to winning, baby. So you can rock that championship belt all day, every day. Let them know. Let the people know.
You can rock it all day, every day.
Mr. Marvin, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please go ahead and continue. Tell people who we got today.
Oh, we got a legend with us today. The man, the myth, the legend, Terry Jones Jr. himself. Former Baltimore Raven, former San Francisco 49er, former Alabama superstar. But before it all, Central High School.
Repping the hometown, 205, baby.
What's going on, Coach? How's life treating you today?
Man, it's good, man. Like I said, I'm happy to get the opportunity, like I said, be on y'all guys' show and have fun. Like I said, excuse me, I'm in the car heading home from football practice. So, like I said, but like I said, it's gonna be a fun show. Like I said, again, I appreciate y'all having me on. Like I said, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Well, you know we gonna have fun. You know me, so you already know how this is gonna go, Coach.
I do know. I do know how it's gonna go. So I can expect. I'm worried. I'm worried a little bit.
Oh, don't worry, Coach. Listen, we ain't gonna ask nothing that's gonna get you or me in trouble, okay? We're not doing that, okay?
All right, hey, I appreciate it then. We're not doing that, we good.
All right, but I do want to start by first asking you about something that actually happened when we were in high school. I know, you know, we both played together in high school, and you didn't play your senior year because of the fallout between you and Coach Busby, because you were a two-sport athlete, a damn good two-sport athlete at that. And, you know, from you not wanting to do his spring workouts, I know that caused a lot of conflict, and you didn't end up playing your senior year. So how do you feel like that affected you moving forward in your recruiting? Do you think you would have still gone to Alabama had you played your senior year and you had a lot more offers?
Man, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think I still would have ended up at Alabama, but it would have been a tougher decision. And I think, and like I said, let me clear the air. Like I said, with me and Coach Buzz, we good now. Like I said, like I said, me and his son talk all the time. And the thing about it, I was playing basketball in the summer, and people may not know that my dad is the strength conditioning coach at Alabama. He's been there for almost 100 years, to say the least. But
we know he started the program.
Yeah, he started the program. So there's the thing about it. He was there, and like I said, I'm playing basketball in the summer, and like I said, I got one of the best trainers in the city of Tuscaloosa to help me out, that make me sure I'm better, make sure I'm be prepared for the season. And like I said, we just had a conflict of interest. And like I said, I really wanted to play my senior year. I really, really did. Like I said, it was on my second year of football, but like playing with guys like Marvin and Tavares and all those guys that we had in high school, I wanted to see it all the way through. And so it kind of hurt me not being able to get a chance to play my senior year and just see what we could have done or how good we could have been. But as far as my recruiting, I think it did slow my recruiting down some, especially when it came to football schools. But I still probably ended up at Alabama. Their recruitment of me probably would have been harder then, just because I would have had a lot of interest from a bunch of other schools coming out. So,
okay. Now,
but like I said, I tell everybody, hey, everything happened for a reason. All that stuff happened for a reason, and so I would never change any decision that I made about that thing.
Now, I got another question for you that actually piggybacks on that whole situation. When you got to Alabama, you switched positions from defensive end to tight end. Why the change in position? I mean, because you were also at defensive end, so I was actually shocked when you switched to tight end. So what made you want to decide to switch to tight end, and do you think you would have been a better defensive end had you stayed on the defensive side?
Truthfully, I think I would have been successful at both. But I think me playing tight end gave me an opportunity to play early, and which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to get the opportunity to start as a true freshman. And like I said, I saw there was an area that could be needed and that I could be successful at. But like I said, Coach Costner was the one that brought it to my attention about switching over to tight end, and just because I played basketball and I was able, like I said, playing basketball, you got to be a pretty good athlete, be able to catch the ball.
Right.
But like I said, it was his idea. It turned out to be a good. It turned out to be a good gamble for me. But like I said, I still miss that defensive side of the ball. But like I said, I played that defensive side of the ball on the offensive side when I played tight end the same way with the same mentality.
Okay. Well, look, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Ivan Williams came to me one day and he asked me the same question: would I consider going back to football? I looked at him like, you must be speaking Spanish, man. There ain't no way I'm going over there with you. I see what you do to people. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stay up here with Coach Rousey. Like, yeah,
But see, some of it was the coaching. And like I said, and the thing about it, I didn't pick the position because of coaching. And like you said, and like you said, Coach Ivan was a hard person to work with. Like being on the offensive side, he used to chew them up, spit them out, bring them back, chew them up, spit them out. Like you said, you had to have some really tough skin to coach Coach Williams. But the ones that made it through, they turned into some pretty darn good football players. So there's a method to that madness, whatever he was doing over there.
okay. Well, given everything that you went through in high school with, not playing your senior year and then, moving to college and switching positions and, all those things, how do you feel like it directly impacts your coaching style now? Because you're a high school coach currently. So how does that impact your coaching style and how you deal with your players who might be 2 or 3 sport athletes?
Like I said, I understand the struggle that they go through. So right now I have a kid that's a junior. He's a 6'6" wing player, but also the basketball player. He's probably been to about 3 practices this preseason, but I know he's doing AAU basketball. He's playing, and he wants to play. So as far as a coach, I tell them all the time, I was like, if you work with me, I can work with you. If you tell me what your basketball schedule is, I can work around the schedule, know what days that you're going to miss. But like I told them, when you can be here, I need you to be in practice every single day. If you can be in practice, come to practice. And that's kind of the same thing, like, with me and going back to me in high school and Coach Busby, it wasn't a middle ground. It was either his way or the highway. Right. And that's kind of where me and my parents and myself, we, like I said, that's why we kind of butt heads with the whole situation that was going on. And that's why I wanted to make sure, like, when I got into coaching, I got an opportunity with the kids that I was going to be. I want them to be multiple sport athletes because those usually are the best kids in the school. And so I want to make sure that I can tap into those great athletes and make them better football players or make them better basketball players. Because truthfully, me playing football made me a better basketball player. I was so much stronger and more physical playing basketball. That what made me be the number 1 basketball player in the state of Alabama, come out my senior year because I played football. Because going in there, squatting with you guys, lifting with you guys, made me that much better at basketball. Because I've never been that explosive until I got to the weight room with the football guys.
Okay. Well, very true. You got to work with your athletes. Joseph had a couple questions for you, so I'm going to throw it to him.
Hey, Terry, you know what? This is an honor meeting you, man. Big time Alabama fan. I grew up watching you play. Your father, who was a defensive tackle, he played multiple seasons for the Green Bay Packers. He played for Alabama. How much of an influence did he give you to go to Alabama?
I'm going to tell you the truth. He did not influence my decision at all. Like, when we came down to picking schools, he told me that he wanted me to pick a school that I wanted to be in. He never forced me to play a sport or do any of that stuff. Cause like I said, me and Marvin known each other since 6th grade, probably before then. But we known people forever. And Marvin was always playing football. I was always playing basketball. And they always try to get me to come play football. And then, like I said, me and my dad have a conversation going into my junior year to get me to come play football. And kind of the rest is history. But like I said, I can't complain about it. It was a good opportunity. Yeah, I forgot the question.
Fast forward into your NFL career, you played alongside Pro Bowler Todd Heap, but he had a lot of injuries. How important was it for you to make a big impact in the NFL when Todd Heap was down?
Like I said, it made everything. And the reason I got drafted and the reason I got a chance to go in as a rookie and play was because I did all the dirty work that they didn't want Todd Heap to do. They recruited Todd Heap to go out there and be the next Shannon Sharp. They want him to go out there and catch 50, 60, 70 passes. And when I got a chance to get there, that was my role, was to take that blocking away from him so they can line him up as receiver. They can put him out there in the pass route, and we still can be able to run the ball with Jamal Lewis. But like I said, think about it, Todd Heap is probably one of the most athletic people that I ever seen. Like I said, the kid could, like I said, he could dunk a basketball. Like I said, he can run like a deer. Like I said, he can go catch any ball that was thrown at him. So it was like I said, my job was just to make sure I can help give him time to go back there and do what he had to do in the back of the end zone.
Okay. Nice. So now going back just a little bit to your college days, what was your favorite moment from playing at Alabama?
Like I said, it's hard to pick one. One of them is definitely the SEC championship. Like I said, that whole season, the up and downs that we had, being 5 seconds away of possibly playing for a national championship. But winning that SEC championship was a great feeling. Another great feeling was, like I said, beating Auburn in Auburn for the first time. Like I said, those two things are kind of that stick out of my mind as far as like the Alabama days. Like I said, we had a lot of great times, a lot of great games, but those two are ones that I cherish forever.
Well, we share something in common, the fact that we both had knee injuries. So when you injured your knee in college, what was that like for you? What was that mental battle like for you? And then coming back, once you actually got back, were you nervous? Were you confident? How was that whole transition from being injured to surgery to rehab? How was that whole process for you?
Well, like I said, the initial injury wasn't a problem just because I had torn my ACL in high school, so I kind of knew what was going on initially. But like I said, me getting hurt my junior year and knowing what I had ahead of me and the opportunities that I had to play in the NFL, like I said, like I said, my wife, like I said, we've been dating since college. She can tell you, like I went to a really dark place after I got hurt my junior year, and like I said, if it wasn't for her and my parents, like I said, motivating me, making me get up, go back to class, making me go back and, like I said, do the rehab, like I said, ain't no telling where I would have been without that support system amongst all those people that, like I said, just to get me back. Because when you at the top of your game and the people telling you can be a second, third round pick, and then all of a sudden on the plate, all that stuff you lose it makes it tough. And like I said, Marvin, like I said, we both had conversations and talked about, like I said, how this, like I said, those knee injuries took away from our careers, and like I said, but like I said, everything is in God's hand. Everything happened for a reason. Like I said, I still got an opportunity to play in the NFL and be successful, and like I said, now I get a chance to pass some of those same things on to the kids that I coach now, and like even to guys I run across that's been through injuries before or after me.
Okay. So with all the lessons you've learned in life, your playing experience and your coaching experience, what is the ultimate goal? What is your desired target? Are you planning on staying in high school? Do you want to go coach college? What does the future hold for Terry Jones Jr.?
Like I said, it's kind of a step-by-step process. I want to be successful in high school, but I do want the opportunity to coach in college or even the NFL one day. But like I said, I got a 7-month-old, and like I said, I'm not just one of those coaches that just want to get up and just do a lot of moving and being in different places. Like I said, I like the stability of my kids being in the same school. And like I said, and like right now, I make the sacrifice for my family and for my career Like I said, I drive 42 miles one way every day to get back and forth to the school that I coach at right now, just because I want to make sure that my family can be able to stay in the same house. And I just know once you get to the college, you get to the pro rank, there's a lot of moving pieces that go along with that. But
Right.
I do eventually want to get an opportunity to try to coach in college. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do some of those Bill Walsh's. I'm gonna try to do the Bill Walsh internship and just kind of be able to get my feet wet and get my feet wet into the NFL and just kind of see how it goes. Cause like I said, I don't want to be that guy to be like, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, or what would have happened if I did this. Like I said, I want to get the opportunity to try to get ready to get a chance to do it. My wife always tells me, like I said, I don't reach out to the connection that I have all the time. But some of that is just, like I said, I don't want to open a door that I'm not ready to step into.
Right.
So when I'm ready to step into that door, I start reaching out to those connections and reaching out to those people and seeing what's on the other side of that door.
Right. Okay.
Right, Terry, the years that you played at Alabama, you went 3-1. How important was it to beat Auburn the years that you were playing at Alabama?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, like I said, you know, as rivalry guys, as you playing the big time rivalries, the Auburn Bowl, which is the greatest rivalry of all time, and especially being a kid from Tuscaloosa. Like if you go out there and lose to Auburn, you live in Tuscaloosa. That's a long 364 days. So those, like I said, we took those games to heart. It's just about as big as being like Marvin said, when we used to play County High, Central St. Tuscaloosa County High. Like I said, those games, those rivalries were big, and we took those things seriously. And I know, like I said, I only played that 1 year. We beat the crap out of them in Brian Denny that 1 year. And like I said, that's probably one of the things. When I missed my senior year, I went to the County High game my senior year, and going out there and watching them play, that was probably one of the most disappointing things in my athletic career. Me not being able to go out there and help them guys win that football game.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, when you was out there, you was a beast. But I asked a question to a lot of people who played for Alabama. I asked Marvin. I'm gonna ask you the same question. Talking about Auburn, as a former Alabama player and as a fan, why do we hate Auburn?
Man, I think it's just the other school in Alabama. Like I said, they have the right to be they have the right to be the team they want to be. They got the right to cheer for their school, but they have to understand, like I said, they're not Alabama yet. They've been successful. They had times where they've been successful and won some football games, but it's just a rivalry. It's just like anybody else. We were born into it. Like I really couldn't tell you why. That's just kind of what people told me why we don't like Auburn or why we despise Auburn as far as being able to play.
All right, Marvin, he's a little too modest. Tell everybody about the fish story.
He knows about that fish when I put that fish in Mariko in the vent beside him.
Man, I'm going to tell you, like I said, that's probably, so it's our freshman year. I'm not sure it was the fall or the spring of our freshman year.
No, it was in the summertime.
Was it the summer?
It was June. It was hot.
Man, so they had been going fishing a lot and doing all this kind of stuff. And so me and Mariko, our apartment we was in 201, 2A, whatever, I forgot the name of it. But our apartment is one of the first ones on the first floor. So this genius over here going there and put one of the dang fish in the net. And so it's just me and Mariko in the apartment. We got a 3-bedroom apartment with just the two of us in it. And so like one day we got here trying to smell stuff and we trying to find out what's going on. And we inside here and we ain't got turned it to Mr. Clean. We ain't cleaned the whole apartment. Cleaned out the refrigerator, took out the trash. Like we ain't cleaned toilets. Like my parents would have been proud of me how clean this damn apartment was. And then how long did it take us to find out? 2 days? 2 weeks?
No, it was about 3 weeks.
Man, I'm just telling you, like it took forever for us to find. And I don't know, did you tell us or did we just happen to go?
Man, somebody dimed me out. Somebody told y'all I put it in there.
Man, somebody, and this man wasn't even gonna tell us, man. Like we sitting here sending damn fish for 3 weeks. But like I said, that's part of it, man. It's so many stories. Like Marvin went and got fireworks and just throwing them in people's living rooms or in the back of the school. Like,
Oh,
we had, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, the time we had in the Highlands and all of us lived there, it was a great time. Like, as we beat Florida the first year, I mean, we beat Florida in Gainesville and everybody came back to the Highlands. It was a parking lot to get up in there. We partied so hard that night. It was ridiculous.
boy. All right. Now I'm gonna take it back to the practice field though. Who
Man,
taught you the importance of not standing around piles?
okay. So we go, like I said, this man in cheap shot at me at the practice
It wasn't a
field.
cheap
So we
shot.
man,
It was not a cheap shot.
man, you call it what you want to call it. I'm calling it a damn cheap shot. So we go to play. I'm standing around the pile. So Marvin comes out of nowhere, cleans my clock. Boom. I thought we were boys. I thought we were friends. All right, cool. About four, I don't know if it was that later on that day or the next day in practice.
Yeah, it was later on that day.
And he did the same damn thing. And I went and cleaned his damn clock, just like in the movie. Hey, I was watching the Mean Machine. I was watching The Longest Yard the other day. It's just like one of them guys in there when they saw the guards. All I saw was Marvin. I don't think I did. I ain't do none of my assignment correct. I ain't run the right route. I ain't do anything. I just saw Marvin, and I said, I'm going to take this man off his feet for this one play. And then after that, we were done.
Yeah, man. Hey, we had some fun time. But I gotta ask you about something that happened when you played in the NFL. Why did you do that to that poor punter, man? He was a punter. You didn't have to clean him up on that sideline like that. That man didn't expect all that.
I'm going to tell you this. That was the third preseason game against the Philadelphia Eagles. And I knew that next day or two, they're going to start cutting people. This is my rookie year. And I was like, I have to find some way to make myself stand out. And so they
So
put
you
me
go
on
find the punter.
But he was just he was an innocent bystander. He was jogging down the field. I didn't know who he was. And I literally, this man heels were to the skies. I hit him that hard. And like I said, that's probably one of the main reasons I made the team, just because my effort on special teams and that big play. Like I said, I don't care who he was. I was trying to make the team. And it could have been my sister that was sitting out there. I would have heard her too and picked her up afterwards and said, I'm sorry. But hey, that's the game of football. Just like when Marvin cleaned my clock, hey, we've been brothers. Like I said, we family forever. Like I said, I came to this man engagement party when he got engaged. Like I said, I was there when he had the knee surgery. But he the same guy that cleaned me off the damn pile in practice. Or we fighting each other in Oklahoma. But to this day, we'll still have a drink and we'll have some laughs. And like you said, we be family for life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Does he let you work out in the gym?
I'm gonna tell you this. I've been ducking and dodging him from the gym. Like when he moved in, I was there and I helped him move in. I helped him put the weight room together. He was like, TJ, hey, Junior Flip, I need you to come on up here and come get a workout. And I was like, all right, cool, yeah, I got you. I've been running away from him for the last, how long you been in the house? 3 months?
Man, some months, and I ain't seen him since.
Hey, I ain't been up there since. I got to sneak up there one day to get this trampoline out of his backyard for my kids. But I told him, I was like I said, once football season over, I'm going to come in there, I'm going to get this workout in, because I saw the cover of the book, and I told him, man, I was like, man, I want to look like you, man. I don't know if my wife's going to let me walk around with my shirt off like that, but I need to make sure I need to get this weight off, and I need to look like my brother.
Well, you know I got you covered, brother. So, well, Joseph, you got anything else for Mr. Jones, the man, the myth, the legend?
Man, Mr. Jones, the man, the myth, the legend. I just want to say how much of an honor this was meeting you. I grew up watching you. I grew up watching Marvin, and you know, being a fan. I just want to tell you, roll tide, man.
Man, roll tide. I appreciate you. I tell you this. I hate having to be on camera with this orange and blue on, but it's what pays the bills right now. So anybody that watches this podcast, I apologize for wearing this orange and blue on the Alabama football podcast. But right now, this is who pays the bills, so I got to wear the orange and blue right now.
Hey, it's no love lost, Coach. Hey, you're doing what you got to do, man. I just want to thank you for taking this time out to share it with us. I wish you and your team nothing but success this year. And you know, if you need anything, reach out at any time, Coach. Thanks again. It was a pleasure.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Anytime, y'all. If you need me to come back on, I can do this all day. So we can always find something else to talk about and get it done that way.
Here at Careless Treasure Shop, you can get. Oh!
Get your own championship ring. So get plate flips.
No!
You can even order your own championship belt.
Come on, loser. Shop at Kayla's Treasure Shop, where you get the best deals on anything.
Hey, you got a tire!
And don't forget to order your championship belts.